So tonight's going to be the organ reset, essential oils, affirmations, and functional movement. So I'm Andrea Reed. I am so happy and grateful that you're here. I appreciate you taking your time out of tonight for you. This time is for you. This time is for your healing. You're investing in your time. We are going to be moving together tonight. We're going to be using essential oils if you have them. If you don't, that's okay. You can still move together. And if you didn't already get the email from me that has the download with the notes, you don't need your notes for tonight's class. That's, some people like to know what to expect in advance, and that's great. But you will be able to use those notes for future resets if you do them. You'll have this video and you'll have your notes to be able to go through again. What is fascia? If you're brand new, some of you already know all about fascia. Some of you are brand new to that. That's great. Fascia is so much more than the interconnected tissue that runs through our whole body. And this is like crystalline. It moves water through us. It moves our emotions through us. It moves pain through our systems. It stores memory in it. And what we're going to be doing tonight is moving the fascia in a very particular way in order to release stress, tension, and trapped emotions from our fascia, essentially from our entire body, our entire systems. This means that when we're working on one area of the body, and tonight we'll be working on like the main organs, but if we're working on the wrists, we're also affecting the jaw and the ankles because the body is broken up into 3 zones through, Human Garage's training. I learned that we are a pressurized system. And when we have zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3 is the hips and legs, when we work on one area of the body, it affects the other 2 areas. This is so in alignment with the fact that we are interconnected. Our systems are fully connected. So you can't just work on one finger and not have it affect somewhere else in your body. So what can you expect in this class? We're doing a mini class, and the organ reset is one of the most powerful fascial maneuvers programs that you can do. And so things that you can expect to feel sensation moving through your body. You can possibly experience heat releasing. You could experience shakiness. You could notice feelings coming up. We're going to be working with the organs and the specific emotions that are stored in each organ. And so there could be sadness or fear or anger or different resentments or memories that come up as we're releasing essentially stored trauma from the body. And it's been my belief and my understanding from my experience that most disease, because I cannot speak in absolutes, comes from unresolved emotional trauma. And so the gentleness of fascial maneuvers can help us to release at our own pace. And when we add in the essential oils piece to it, because you can just use the essential oils, or you can just use the fascial maneuvers, or you can just use the affirmations, but you're here tonight because we're bringing all 3 together. So we're going to start out by taking a moment to scan our body. And this is your invitation to close your eyes if it feels comfortable for you to do so, and just check in with your body in this moment, because this might be the first time all day, maybe all week, maybe even all month, where we get a moment to just be and let go of the busyness of all the things that had to happen in order to get you here right now. So feel your feet on the ground, the space between your feet and the ground. And as we scan through the body, your invitation is to just notice, as if you're a witness to sensation in the body, and see, where do you feel stuff? Where do you feel pressure or tension? Starting with the feet and moving up into the ankles. Just scanning through. Up through the knees, into the hips. Does one side feel tight more so than the other? Do you feel tension? Up into the lower back and through the abdomen, reproductive area. Do you feel heavy? Do you feel tight? Is there a twisting sensation? Just kind of taking note. Because at the end of today's class, we're going to check back in again, and this is going to be our investigation. Sometimes we don't always notice what we don't carry anymore. Up into the chest, into the heart area. How are you feeling? What emotions are coming up for you in this moment? And through the shoulders, arms, elbows, wrists. Is one side tighter than the other? Your shoulders feel like they're up at your ears, or do they feel heavy? Up into the neck and jaw. Just taking stock, taking inventory. Eyes behind the eyes, forehead and head. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And what we're diffusing in the background is I've got release essential oil diffusing in the background. So if you have your release essential oil with you, you can breathe this in. And do that twice. This is one of the most powerful emotionally supporting essential oils, period. And in the feelings kit. And we're going to breathe this in. As we go through, if you have questions, please put them in the comments. So as we go through the releases, I'm going to be asking you, what are you noticing? And if it's easy for you, if you feel called to put feedback in the comments, great, you can do that. So we're going to start by using Valor. So get out your Valor if you have it with you. If you don't, it's okay. I wish we could do smell vision through through Zoom. And what we're going to be doing with the fascial maneuvers is we're going to be literally using our fingertips on our bodies. So if you are going to be on fabric with your fingers, because you can do this on skin underneath the clothing too, your invitation is to just breathe in the oil. If you want to use your fingertips on skin so that you don't get oil on your clothing, you can put the oil on and breathe it in. That's your choice as we go through each time. And we are going to do some charging up. So we're going to rub our hands together. Has anyone used tuning forks before? We got 10 of them. We're going to amplify our bones. I'm actually going to take my ring off. Don't worry if you've got jewelry on, it's okay. But I just felt the need to do that. I'm going to rub your knuckles. Rub your other knuckles. Really feel that vibration. Clap a couple times. And then what you can do is just feel the energy. Sometimes you can feel vibration between your hands when you do that. And if you don't feel that yet, that's okay. We're going to start with the ileocecal valve for this release. So, breathing in your Valor, breathe it in if you got it. We're going to start by navigating from the belly button. We're going to go 2 inches over to the left. So taking the pads of your fingers, and again, you can do this on skin if you want to, or you can do it over clothing. Just be aware that if you have oils on, you're doing that over clothing. So we're going to move 2 inches over to the right, and we're going to move 2 inches down. And you're looking for a spot that feels tight, like a little button. And if you're having trouble finding a tight spot in that 2 inches over, 2 inches down, another way you can navigate there is from the belly button to the crest of the hip, diagonally, and where that meets. This is going to be different on every body because every body's different. Okay. So go ahead and find that spot on you that when you press in, it feels tight. Now, don't get in your head about this. If it's like, well, is this it? I'm not sure. Even if you get close in the region, it's okay. It's all going to work. And this one, the first time we do it, it's going to release the fascia from the ileocecal valve. If this is the first time you've heard that term, I remember I was like, what does that even mean at one point? This is the valve that connects your small and large intestine. And so if we're eating a lot of glyphosate-filled food, that little area, it's not our fault that the food system's poisoned, but that area can get very tight. It can be locked open, which can cause like IBS or the cross-contamination of the bacteria in there. It can cause diarrhea. It can get locked closed, which can cause constipation. So we're going to open all this up And for bonus points, it's actually going to open up all down the psoas and the front of the hip too. So when we do this, I'm preparing you in advance. Sometimes you can feel a burning sensation down the front of the leg when we do this. This is the fascia releasing, and it's nothing to be alarmed about. In fact, it means you're doing it, you need it. So starting at the belly button, moving 2 inches over and 2 inches down, find that tight spot, press in, your palms facing up. And you're going to rotate the thumb to a thumbs up position. So you're going to twist out. If that's difficult for you, you can just pull up. And we're going to lean back, take our left hand, place it on the trap. So now we're activating 2 zones of the body. And we're going to breathe together in through the mouth, out through the mouth 3 times. So let's go. Breathe in. 2. I like to move around a bit. And 3. In through the nose. 2. And 3. And we're working with the emotion of grief. So if you're doing the affirmations with us, you can repeat after me. Thank you, body, for holding this grief. I am ready to let this grief go now. Okay. And you can release that right hand, shake the arm out. Move around. You can take a little walk and shake the arms. We're going to go from there directly up to the gallbladder and liver. So for this one, we're going to grab our release oil again. The release oil, and I wrote this out of the essential oils desk reference, because release is, well, it says this is a helpful blend to release anger and memory trauma from the liver in order to create emotional well-being. I could not find another oil that was better for gallbladder and liver release than release. It helps open the subconscious mind through the pineal stimulation to release deep-seated trauma. Remembering that our bodies are going to release at a rate that is appropriate for us at the time. So, like I said at the beginning, if you feel heat coming up or sensation or emotions coming up, your invitation is to be present with that and notice it. We're going to breathe in or release if we've got it. I'm just rubbing it wherever I feel called to. Okay, now navigating back to, actually we're going to go to the base of where the ribs meet, right here. And we're going to come around down on the right-hand side where your ribs kind of curve. And I can actually find my liver very easily because it needs a lot of love and attention. But as you come down about 1 inch in a curve, you may find a tight spot there. That's where the liver is. We're going to press in, and the liver's quite large, but this is the liver release point. So pressing in with your palm facing up, rotating. Oops. There we go. Rotating to the thumbs up position. Man, my liver. So if you noticed you can't get a good grip the first time, it's okay. You just try again. There you go. Love you, liver. Okay. So I've pressed in, I've rotated. Take your left hand, place it on the trap. We're going to breathe in together 6 times, in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2. You can move if you feel called to. 3. If you're sitting, you can just sit like this. 4. 5. And 6. And the gallbladder deals with resentment and the liver deals with anger. And what I mean by deals with is these emotions can be stored in these organs. So we're going to say, thank you, body, for holding this resentment and anger. I no longer choose to hold this resentment and anger anymore. I'm ready to let it go now. And let that go. Arms down. I love for us to walk, if you can, to integrate in between each. Because as we're walking, our body is assessing. So we're constantly rotating and counter rotating which is why Fascial Maneuvers works with rotation and counter rotation and breath rather than linear. And when we walk to integrate, the body is assessing to see, who am I without this stress? And it's gathering information. And it's really kind of fun and exciting. You can actually, well, when we do the kidneys, I'll have you check and see how you feel from one side to the other. Feel free to drop anything in the comments. Okay, so now we're going to go over, we've done bottom right, we've gone up to our liver, gallbladder, and now we're going to go across to our stomach. So navigating to our stomach from our belly button, we're just going to slide our hands over to the left. We're working with the fascia. So we're just going to grab on and pull across the body. Take your left hand, place it on the trap, and let's breathe in through the mouth. 2, 3, in through the nose. 2, 3. And our affirmation for the stomach. I believe in my body's ability to heal myself. I believe in myself. We're going to let that go. Now, if for some reason, especially after the liver area, if you have a metallic taste that shows up in your mouth, don't worry about it. That's perfectly normal as the body's releasing. If you don't have the metallic taste in your mouth, it doesn't mean that you're not benefiting from that. And the stomach, I've been using Valor with the stomach. We've already got Valor on our system. Ooh, okay. So going over to lower left, we're going to do some present time. So get out your present time oil, if you got it. And we're going to breathe this in. Another way you can use it, if you want to put it on your body without putting it on your fingertips, is you can actually put it on your wrists. And you can actually put a drop on your wrists and just kind of hold for a moment. Remembering that everything we put on our skin is consumed and absorbed in our body as well. Goes to all our organs through the blood-brain barrier. Okay, so this is the valve of Houston. This is considered our intestines on the other side. So navigating to our belly button again, this is our central point. We're going to go 2 inches over to the left this time and about 1 to 2 inches down. Get right in there. This is also called the psoas release, but even with the psoas release, we're releasing the intestines, but it's helping with our psoas all the way down the front. So right hand, press in, palm facing up, rotate your hand to a thumbs up, or just pull up if you can't do that. And then your left hand is on your trap. You can do left or right side of your trap. If this becomes challenging for you, you can just do your trap on like this across the front, okay? And we're going to breathe 3 times, in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're going to say, I no longer need to overthink to feel safe in my body. And let that go. Moving over to the bladder. Bladder can store some fear. So we're going to navigate to the bladder by finding the pubic bone, pressing into the pubic bone, and then coming a little bit higher. And then you're going to press in with the right hand. Actually, we're going to do this. Yeah, we're going to do both hands there. Pressing in with both hands, fingertips. If you have nails, just use the pads of your fingers. Just do the best you can. Press in. We're going to lean forward. Press in and pull up. Now we're going to lean back and breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Say, thank you, fear, for protecting me. I no longer need this protection. I'm replacing this fear with confidence. And let that go. Take a little walk. Drop any comments in. Notice how you're feeling. This can actually not only, it's kind of like as above, so below, as in the front, so in the back, if you've had a lot of tailbone falls, it can affect the bladder. Actually, releasing the fascia from the bladder can help release the sacrum and the tailbone. It's fascinating. If someone has like an anterior pelvic tilt, like where if you've been told that one or both sides of your pelvis rotates forward, this can help correct that and release that tension so it's pulling forward. This bladder release, you can actually do any one of these fascial maneuvers on their own and just for a specific release. So in our kids program, our Parents Helping Children program, you can do bladder release for your child, and it can help them if they have incontinence. And sometimes generational trauma or fear can get stored in our children's bodies. And even though they may not have anything to fear at night, if there's bedwetting or things like that, we've had parents report that their kiddos are having great results with this. So yeah, it's fantastic. Take a moment and let's just breathe and check in. We're releasing a lot. And the thing is, it seems so simple. But in my experience, the simplest things can be the most powerful. So let's charge our tuning forks back up again. We're going to work on releasing the kidneys. If you don't already know, kidneys are on your back, mid-back, and your adrenals sit just above them. And these are the organs that power us through the world, but they also power our emotions. So we're going to energize ourselves. This can help heal adrenal fatigue. This can actually reduce tension in the shoulders and rib cage. So even by releasing the kidneys, you can actually get more lung expansion. Healthy and balanced kidneys produce energy. Like, no, I'm good. I have enough energy, said no one ever except my children. So we're going to take the right hand starting on the right side, and we're going to just kind of cup on the side of our body. Women, you can do this on the bra line area. Men, you may need to like navigate for like nipple height, nipple line. And we're going to grab the skin, pull down just a little bit. Take your left hand, place it on the trap. This is going to be a little bit different. And we're going to slowly turn the head to the right. And we're going to lean our bodies to the left. This is a subtle, slow movement. Fascia likes to move slow. And we're going to activate our kidneys with 3 sharp breaths. 3 sharp breaths in. And you may notice that you feel your kidneys more in your right thumb than you did a moment ago. Now we're going to breathe together, 3 in through the mouth. 2, 3, in through the nose. You can feel that softening already. 2, 3. You say, thank you, kidneys, for powering my emotions in this world. Ooh, come back up slowly. Shake that off, move around. Take a little walk. And now your invitation on this walk is to check in and just notice, does it feel different on your right side than it does on your left side? We are our own health detectives investigating. I can feel all that back tension from doing the 3 sharp inhales. Everything went tight and now it's softened at about breath number 4. Okay, let's do the other side. Right open, left still tight. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Grab your left hand, place it on the same spot on the left side, and we're just standing with our feet about hip width apart. The breath is such a powerful moment to bring us back into the present. We're going to take our right hand, place it on the trap. Slowly rotate the head to the left. Slowly lean your body to the right. Anyone feeling some heat yet? Our kidneys can produce a lot of heat. Grab that spot on your left side, pull the skin down, and let's activate that kidney. Hi, kidney, I feel you there. And let's breathe together in through the mouth Two, three, in through the nose. Two, three. Thank you, kidneys, for powering my emotions in this world. Good stuff. And we're going to keep our hand position here because we're going to work on the spleen next. So you can come back up and take that left hand, lower it a little bit. So you're kind of in the waist area, and rotate so that you're bringing your thumb a little bit closer to the spine. We're going to activate the spleen next. So it's like I said spleen and I felt it pop into my hand. Like, hi, that's me. Okay, so right hand is on the trap. Turn your head to the left, lean your body to the right. Let's activate that spleen. Mine was already there. Says I'm here for it. And let's breathe together in through the mouth. Two, three. Nose. Two, three. Thank you, spleen. I no longer need to hold worry in my body. I'm replacing this worry with trust. Slowly come up. That's something I've been playing with a while, and I feel a lot of emotion come up around that. My grandmother used to worry all the time, and that's not to blame her or fault her, and her generation was in World War II, and they went through a lot. Everyone's been through a lot. But worry, and then she had spleen issues, and then my mom had spleen issues, and then I started doing this, and the emotions for me come up at the spleen. It's just a beautiful observation. So now we're going to work on the thyroid. So the thyroid regulates temperature and hormone production. We know that. This can actually release tension in all of zone 1. So when we release the thyroid, it can actually affect the entire zone of the body, knowing as well that when we work with one zone, it affects zones 2 and 3. This will increase energy reserves, opens the throat, and makes it easier to communicate. Yes, please. We're going to use inner child. Now it's party. Inner child. There's some fun stories about inner child. Helps us to reconnect to the child and the fun within. So I'm going to bring that in. Connecting you with your inner self or your true identity. And when I use the oils, of course, we've got our reflexology points on our hands and our feet. There was something that I learned in the human garage training that was like, when you hear those, like one sentence that has you just like ping and remember it and be like, oh, that makes sense. If Chinese medicine and reflexology says our organs are represented in our ears and our hands and our feet, they didn't just jump from here to there. We've got all the meridians through the whole body. And so when we're doing this and charging up our tuning forks and releasing the organs, it's just interconnecting all the pieces. So little tip on oils, I love to always rub them on the tips of my thumbs. That's the brain point. So release the tension around the thyroid. This can be a very vulnerable spot for people. If it has historically been unsafe to speak up, or if there have been repercussions for speaking up, this can help release this flow. It's also the one that we release before we do the heart and brain coherence. And when we do that, of course, this is that channel that's in between. So, and my right hip just popped. What a great release. Sometimes we even get like cervical adjustments. You can be your own chiropractor in this. Take your right hand, place it over your throat. I just like to do like a little cup, little C. I don't like to go all the way around. like to kind of get right on here. Squeeze in, lift up. Take your left hand, you're going to place it around the back of the throat, and we're going to breathe. And you can move if you want to. You can make it your own. In through the nose. 2, 3. And our affirmation for the thyroid throat area. I feel safe to speak my truth. The truth from my heart. With my words, I create my reality. And you can let that go. Take a little walk. If you don't have space to walk, it's okay. You can walk in a little circle, or you can actually just kind of like sway back and forth just to help get that rotation, counter rotation in the body, help get that integration. Okay. Notice your thoughts, notice your emotions. It's usually the part of the class where it starts to get kind of quiet internally. As we reduce stress from the body, our senses can sharpen. So we'll be checking in after we do our final fascial maneuver of heart-brain coherence, just to see when you open your eyes what you notice. If you notice colors are brighter, sounds are clearer, things like that. I was always surprised. The first time I noticed this was when I would get chiropractic adjustments, and I would lay on the table, I would get adjusted, I would sit up, and I'd be like, wow, it feels like I can see in color again. And I never understood that. I thought that there was just, and there probably was tension on the senses, overstimulated. But to truly understand what's happening there, essentially, we're taking stress out of the body, out of the nervous system, out of the fascia, out of the organs, out of the bones, out of the muscles, out of the ligaments, because fascia is the only thing you cannot surgically remove from the body. It's interwoven through everything. And as we release the stress from the body, the senses heighten, and it's super fun. And when you reduce that stress every day, you just do 10-15 minutes a day for a month, for 28 days, the body, the nervous system starts to expect to be out of stress. It's like the switch flips, and the body's like, oh, I'm not supposed to be in parasympathetic nervous system 24/7 all the time. I'm supposed to be in rest and digest. I'm supposed to calm down and then have the hormones release when they're supposed to. If we're in a stressful situation, cortisol, adrenaline, all these things, they're not the bad guys. It's just that our system has them all hiked up. You can just stand on your back porch and you can move through this, and your brain can start to produce and release the hormones to help regulate your nervous system. Because out there, it's chemicals in our air, in our food, in our water, in our soil. And sadly, our resources have been stripped away and sold back to us at a premium with poison added. And it costs money to take these chemicals out of our food and our water and our air. And if you're here, you already know this. You're already on this journey at some level, and that's wonderful. But my goal and my heart is to provide people with options that you can do anytime, anywhere, even if you're just even if you're just sitting in traffic one day and it's like that anger is rising up. Ask me how I know. You can just get on the liver. Okay. Take a few breaths. Maybe I won't close my eyes because the, red light at the traffic light, but just take a few breaths. then when we are in a stressful situation in the future, because it's not a matter of if, when we're in a stressful situation, our nervous system is already attuned to when I am stressed, I do this. And because we are sovereign beings, we get to choose and program ourselves. Our bodies run on a computer program, essentially, which we're using vibration and plants at vibration and breath and affirmations and words. Words are spoken vibration to program ourselves, to program our cells, program our bodies. And you get to be your own expert on yourself. So let's bring some coherence, heart-brain coherence. One of the resources I put on the notes for tonight is the Heart Math Institute. They've done decades of years of research on heart coherence. It's basically just bringing us back into harmony and balance. So for our heart-brain coherence, we're going to grab forgiveness. Now, if you only have one oil and you only use valor for this, it works. Or if you only use release for this, it works. This blend helps to release hurt feelings and negative emotions and memories. Place your right hand over your heart center and your left hand on top of your head. And your invitation is to close your eyes. And you can even, if you want, sink in. And that means like with your right hand, just kind of envision the hand kind of sinking in to your system, into the heart center. And with your left hand, you can envision it just kind of resting on top of your brain. See if you notice a pulse on your heart, on the hand that is over your heart. It's okay if you don't. See if you notice a pulse in the left hand that's on top of your head. And we're going to visualize a circle of light going from the left hand to the right hand in the front of you, and then back around in a circle as we breathe. And we're integrating our brain and our heart energy together. So just envision that circle of light going around slowly as we breathe in together through the mouth. 2. 3. In through the nose. 2. 3. And you can say, thank you, heart. Thank you, heart, for holding all this pain and trauma until I was ready to release it. I'm ready to process it now. I'm ready to release it now. Thank you, brain, for telling me all the stories. We're going to let the heart lead now. Take another slow breath in. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Lower your arms. Take a little walk. Okay. Notice how you're feeling in this new now moment. Check back in with your body. Just got another cervical adjustment there. Lovely. And let's check back in, starting with the feet. And notice what may feel different from when we started as you scan up through the legs. Are there areas that you notice less tension? Are there areas that you notice more tension? Up through the pelvis, reproductive organs, abdomen, heart. How do your emotions feel now? What emotions are you experiencing? Does your body feel hotter or colder? Do you feel shaky? Up into the shoulders, arms, elbows, wrists, neck, jaw, behind the eyes, into the head. Do you notice that your thoughts are more quiet? Slowly open your eyes. Do you notice, are colors brighter? Do you perceive new things that you did not notice before? And like I said, as the stress in our bodies go down, our sensory perceptions increase, which is really exciting. And you feel more of a flow through your body. What do you notice? There's no wrong answer. I actually noticed tension in my left knee that wasn't there before. And it makes me chuckle because before I would have been like, what? My knee hurts now. Are you kidding me? Our brains can only contain, like, be aware of our top 3 pains. And so as one piece gets resolved and stress is released from it, our bodies are so intelligent that maybe they're showing the next layer. So something that I released, now that left knee is showing up. It was there before, but I didn't perceive it because it wasn't in my top 3. What did you think of that? Some emotions with that one, yeah. Emotional after the thyroid, Heather, yes. Beautiful. To help integrate this, you're going to want to drink a lot of water after this. We definitely want to hydrate. But when we release emotions and keeping the fascia hydrated, that can help. Opposite hand be on the trap during some of them. Yes. So we are tuning forks. We are energy. We have our energy field. When we are tapping into zone 2, which is the organs, we're also putting the hand on the trap. So we are activating zone 1, zone 2. But you could also put that hand on the hip on zone 3. So it's all about integrating the release and connecting with the fascia in the different zones of the body. I hope that helps. I am so happy and grateful that you all were on tonight with me. And feel free to reach out with your questions, comments, or feedback.